In this video, we are going to create a placeholder component, and this component we're gonna use in couple of places. So let's go and build this. So I'll create a component. I'll give this name placeholder. So now my component has been created. Let's go to HTML and let's add a div. We'll say SLDS padding around medium, or we can give large as well, but this is a placeholder. And here our image as well as the text will come. Let's see, the text will come here in the form of message property, and here we'll give the class SLDS padding around small, and above our image will come, that is company logo, but let's not add that right now. And in the JS we're going to create the property message, and this property should be an public property, so we'll decorate it with the @API, and we'll import the API from the LWC module. So now our component is ready. Now we have to place this out. So first we'll go to the car card.html, and there we're going to place this instead of this placeholder that we have. Select a car to see details. We'll just cut this out and we'll bring our component. We'll say c hyphen placeholder, and it will catch the message, and the message will say select a car to see details, and we'll close this. So let's deploy both the components. Let's first deploy a placeholder, then let me deploy car detail, and let's see whether this placeholder is coming correctly or not. So let's refresh the page, and now you can see that detail is coming perfectly okay, but right now we want it to be center aligned. And if I look at the working application, I need the image as well. So let's first bring the image, then we'll align the text center. And to bring the image, first we need to go to static resources. So hit on gear icon, go to setup, and in the quick find type static. We'll select static resources, click on new, and we can say placeholder, or we can say placeholder only. And we'll upload that image, and this image you can find from the video resources. Here we have image, and the image is placeholder image. So this you can find from the videos resources. As I said, upload this, make it public, and save this. And now our image is available in the static resources. Now we're going to import that in our component. So let's go to our component, go to placeholder.js, and here we are going to import the reference of the static resource. So we can say static resource, and here I'll say import car hub placeholder from @Salesforce resources /resource URL, and in URL u is capital, and then our logo, that is logo directly, not logo, this is here the name is placeholder, and the placeholder p is small when we upload it. And once we get that, we can store it into the logo URL, or we can say placeholder URL. and we'll assign the placeholder directly here. And in HTML, we are going to add the image tag. We'll say source, load the placeholder URL, say alt, say car placeholder, that is our alternative text. And here now we get the image, we map the image directly to a property and it will load. So let's deploy our component, see if the image is coming or not. Let's refresh the page, and now you can see that the image is coming perfectly fine, the text is coming perfectly fine. Now we have to reduce the size of the image, as well as we want to text this in center. So let's go and create a CSS file. So I'll go and create placeholder.css, and here I'll say in the host, which means in this component, whichever the parent div, apply text align center, and we can give the color as well. We can give color as D23335, something like orange color. And then to the image, we want to reduce the size of the image. We can say image height is 70 pixel, and that's it. Let's deploy and see whether that is coming fine or not. So now it's deployed. Let's go and refresh the page. And now we can see that our image and the text is coming perfectly fine. And now we're going to use the same placeholder component when our text is not means our cars are not available after filtering. So if I say h, and then it should say show this image with the text no car available or no car found, like that. So let's go and add that. So now let's go to our car tile component, that is car tile list component. And here what we can do is we can check if false, which means there is no cars. And here we can check how we are setting up the cars. We are setting the data directly, so we can check here if cars dot length is false. Then what we can do is we can call our placeholder component, that is c hyphen placeholder, and we'll pass the message, and we can say there are no car matching your current selection. And now we are going to close this, and now let's deploy and see whether it's working or not. Because when the filtering happens and our Apex didn't find any of the filter criteria, then it will return an empty array. That's why we are running the dot length property here. And before that, we need to do one more thing. Actually, I just realized our car is undefined. So here what we can do is we can simply say we can initialize it with the empty array, and here we can check that if car dot length is available, then do this. If not, do this. Let's deploy this again quickly. Otherwise it would fail here directly. Undefined dot length is an error, so it will throw an error. That's why I initialize the cars with an empty array. So now it's deployed. Let's go and refresh the page. And now let's search something. I'll say code filtering is happening, and if I say some other character, and now it says car hub image is coming and say there are no car matching your selection. So our placeholder is working fine here as well. And if I remove this search criteria, it will bring back. If I select some car, Here it is loading that car details. So now our all functionalities are working fine. Now one more functionality I want to implement is I want an action here in the car card component by which if user click on that action, the user should able to navigate to the that particular car record page. So now we're going to implement the navigation. So I'll see you in the next video.